Once again, we are back here live, the fourth stop of the GoPro IBA World Tour, the Itacoatiara Pro, presented by Pride Bodyboards, as well as Kimono Surf Shop and Net. And this is an all-Brazilian quarterfinal. Nicolas Bastos in the red and Eder Luciano in the yellow. Tell us what you know about these guys, Dallas.
Nicolas Bastos, I know nothing. He's he's a trialist, so I haven't really got to hear his name too much. I've seen him in the water a couple of times, but I haven't had a chance to check out many of his heats. Here he goes now on the left, just busting through this heavy little wave right here, the left-hander. Yeah, I don't know much about Nicolas. He's definitely upset some heats so far this round. I'm not quite sure who he beat in the round 4. It was the man that they call Sasha Specker, who, very qualified to get through heats here, and he's beaten him in round 4. He's found himself in the quarterfinal.
Well, there's been a lot of upsets in this event, especially with Chilas coming through. Lucas Nogueira, who we see in yellow.
It can flip on a dime. You'll see him do that a couple of times this heat, I'm sure. It's actually popped out with reverse hands, which is different, but not a bad scoring wave straight up. Haven't seen a flip completed yet this final day, so wonder if that's going to be something we'll see more of. But Nicolas Bastos just checking out that little lump of a wave. Here comes a replay of Eder. He's in the yellow rashi.
Yeah, look at this nice little quick little stock bottom turn and arrows through the lip right there.
Yeah, he didn't get too much of the spin part of that move done too well. So I think it's really to do with the size of the wave. Judges kind of pick up on those sort of things. So he's actually paddling over to the right-hander as we speak. And Nicolas.
So a 4.25 coming through for Nicolas Bastos' first wave, and a 3.63 coming through for the first wave of Eder Luciano.
Here goes Nicolas. He's looking pretty keen on this. There's actually backwash heading straight for him. He's got a good bottom turn in, though. Well. He's going to just roll off that first section. He's actually going to get a couple of moves in here, which is kind of incredible, seeing as it's so shallow. Yeah, just kind of got beached in that last one. Not a particularly great wave, but nonetheless, it is the first 5 minutes of the heat. You just want to get a start. Checking his time. He knows it's early. So these boys, as you said, both from Brazil. Yeah, look at that. He just had to plow through those first few backwashes. I think he might even be riding a Dow call. If you're on a Polypro with stringers, that you would have got a lot more bounce out of that. And just rolling over to complete that second maneuver there for Nicolas Bastos. Back to live action. Got Eder on the left there, just checking out a couple of these waves. It looks like the better of the banks here, those left-handers. Oh, that one's going to be a quick one. I'm just remembering Maury Laverne's last wave in that last heat, just checking out the crowd from the closeout. Sure we'll get some great shots from our star photographers.
For sure.
But you see Nicolas Bastos just making his way over to the left there. He's now in priority 1. The judges look after these boys and put them in their positions. Once you catch a wave, you get a priority 2. So this is looking like a pretty good left coming in. What do you reckon, Eric?
That looks like a good left-hander coming down here for Nicolas Bastos, who got a 3.33 in his last wave. Eder with a 1.13 in his, and more backwash here, but look at this bowling, beautiful blue wave.
Ooh. Killer move there. Nicolas Bastos, just nice little ARS there. That's totally complete. He's got to be happy with that. That's probably one of the better waves we've seen this morning. He's really confident there too. It wasn't a clean wave. He just got straight back into the lip, dropped an ARS.
Yeah.
It's funny that I haven't heard more about this guy because he rips.
Again, we want to say hi to one of our fans in Orange County, Brittany Ray, watching. She's messaging us on the Facebook, checking it out.
What's up, Brittany? What's up, Brittany? What's going on out there? I'm working on my American accent.
Your Orange County accent?
Yeah.
Eder Luciano on the right.
What's up, Brittany?
Nice ARS. Oh, catches a rail right there.
Yeah, it's the smaller wave from Eder. I'm sure he's looking for a bit more of a length of ride. Some of the smaller waves actually give you more chance to get there, but that didn't really work out for Eder, unfortunately. And here's Nicolas paddling back out. We're going to get a replay of Eder's wave. Like I said, he's probably looking for quality, and a lot of the smaller waves actually do give you a bit more length of ride, and he's just one of those.
Weird, though. He was good, and then boom, just caught that rail hard, or even his tail. So again, Nicholas Bastos is currently in the lead with a 4.25 and a 5.5. Edo Luciano with 3.6 and a 1.75. 23 minutes to go here in this heat. These guys are already getting a lot of waves, so it's going to be some good scores coming through, I think, by the end of the heat.
Can maybe we just talk about Edo Luciano's skill in these kind of waves and conditions. He's really is a threat to this competition so far. He can flip like anything, and it doesn't really matter what size the wave is. And I think he's hitting around. He's in his 80 kilos, so he's a tall guy. He's got weight, but his technique's just perfect for these kind of stuff.
Yeah, let's see what happens right here with the set wave. Anyone to catch it?
Yeah. Guys just calling next heat.
Okay, we're going to throw it down to a beach interview with our heat winner, Amaury Laverne. If we have a set come in, we're going to put it in the little box in the corner. You can watch it during the interview. Take it away, Isabella.
Bom dia, guys. Good morning. I have with me the first winner of the day, Amaury Laverne. You pretty happy to win that heat?
Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah, it was a difficult heat, and to arrive this morning, I saw the waves was a bit small, and I am the first hit of the day, so I have the speed out after high tide and really close to the shore, and sometimes hard to find the good ones, and I had a pretty slow start. And finally, at the end, I found 2 waves, but I surfed pretty safe, and I was lucky that Jan didn't find any good ones.
And what's your strategy to the next round?
Yeah, I'm just not trying to get a good wave and take some risk, because I surf really safe on that last hit, so I'm going to try to get some good leap and try to do some good maneuvers.
And what you reckon? It be for you, Eder?
Yeah, Eder is the favorite, I think, because he's the best guy, but maybe he have a bit more pressure than Nicholas. They have different kind of ride, so let's see what the judge like it. But yeah, Eder, I think, is definitely the favorite.
Yeah, good luck to the next round. Do you want to say something to your family home?
Yeah, muchas gracias a todos por la vibra, la Malenita, Javier, todo. À maman, un gros bisou, et à tout le monde pour Pantalon La Réunion. Et voilà, nous retrouve dans pas longtemps.
Yeah, congratulations. See you, I hope, the next round. Back for you guys.
Everywhere. Welcome back once again. Thank you, Isabella, for catching up with the man. That was none other than Amaury Laverne, our world champion. He's originally from Reunion Island. He's one of our better riders on the tour. And in my mind, he's really one of the guys who I think is the favorite to win here. He's really been on fire.
Definitely, he's always a threat in these kind of contests. In any kind of contest, I should say. He's an amazing rider. He's one of the best in the world. Can I just mention how cool it is to watch live bodyboarding action?
And again, watch some replays here. During that interview, we had a little exchange of waves, and Edo Luciano bringing in a 4.63. That's actually his highest scoring wave of the heat thus far, with 20 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
Like I said, this is new to bodyboarding. It's only kind of 3 years old, this new kind of tour, and we've got a great media package for everyone to watch at home. And I know people really appreciate this kind of stuff. I get home from Australia and they really follow these heats, and it's just great to see all the fans that really care, and they love seeing this kind of stuff. Here goes Nicholas Bastos.
Look at this bottom turn, dragging his shoulder a little bit there.
Yeah,
wave
he just
kind
sort
of
of bobbed.
bouncing, huh?
Yeah, I didn't think he meant that. But he's on one really good wave, which is scoring a 5.5. I would have thought that flip might have got a bit more. It's pretty interesting, because it's not an easy move to do on a day like today. That is really, yeah, I thought that was kind of low. But Edel is on his heels. Here goes Nicholas again. You can just see there was a bit of boggage there, but the waves are just so steep. It's hard to really do anything about it, but that was a nice tight roll, and wait for the scores to drop.
Okay, so a score coming through for Nicholas Bastos on the last wave. 3.95 as you see. Eder again on this left. Whoa!
Oh, here we go. Like I said, he can do those flips anywhere, and that was a nice air roll spin. He's pretty happy about that. Little claim, roll in the sand. But yeah, that's really going to make his job a lot easier in this quarterfinal.
Man, it's going to be his highest scoring wave by far. He has the 3.6 and the 4.6 at the moment, and that's
Check
going to
this
blow us
angle out.
away.
It gets really tight. These boys are filming well. Here we go. Just drive straight at the lip. It's a really heavy section. He doesn't drop his legs in either, which is awesome to see. It's great technique. Edo Luciano. Little claim there for the boys. That was great vision there from the boys on the cameras. And yeah, Nicholas Bastos. I'm sure he heard a couple of whistles on the beach from some of Edar's fans. Like I said, his job's going to be a little bit tougher now.
For sure. And we have a score coming through, not yet.
There he goes, just plowing through a bit of the foam.
No.
Edar posting a
7.63.
high score of the day so far, if I think I'm correct. Edar dropping a huge ARS on a left-hander. That's what's going to get you the points today. A lot of risk, a lot of reward. It's putting him up to 12.26 total, which is not impossible to get for Nicholas Bastos. He only needs a 6.77, so he's going to do something similar, I'm sure. Big flip's going to do it for him. These waves aren't really going to let you do too much else. I know that we might see a couple of inverts today, maybe in a reverse air or two towards the finals, but these guys, I'm sure they'll put their ashes on thinking flips, which is risky, but it gets you the points. At our second priority, he's going to look at this one and take off on the right. He's very dangerous on waves like this.
Yeah, look at this. Driving, look at that, through the lip, though, real late. Man, the way he was able to pop through that thick, powerful lip with a roll and ARS is just impressive to me.
Yeah.
And again, Edder with a 4.6 and a 7.6. Two good, solid scoring waves. 12.26 was still with more than half the time left in this heat, buddy.
Yeah, I was just sort of looking at his board template there. We might see when he pops up after this wave is completed. It's a really round kind of shape, which is pretty unique to a lot of guys usually riding more narrow kind of boards, if you know what I mean. A round board usually tends to spin you around a lot better, so that may be why he is flipping so well he is today.
Nicholas having a look at that one, but electing not to go.
Looks like the sun might have dropped behind the clouds a little bit for these fellas. Perfect morning, waking up this morning. Sunny Brazil.
The lawn getting ready while Maury gets out of his weddy.
Maury got through his heat. He's pretty happy.
Looking good, boys. So Maury's in the first semifinal. He's going to be taking on the winner of this heat, Nicholas Bastos or Eder Luciano.
It has been competing for quite a few years. Ever since I've been on tour, he's been around, and he's always one of those guys that manages to get to these later rounds and really get great results. He's placed well in World Tours for the past 4 or 5 years. I think he got up to maybe even 5th at one stage, which is amazing. So if you don't know Edda, you do now. He's leading this quarterfinal too. He's looking at a semi-final too. Oh, he's semi-finals berth, really.
Look at this left. Oh, big invert right there.
That was sick. Nice projection. Kept it nice and straight. Popped his chest out at the end, which is always good for composure. And that's going to be an interesting score.
Yes, it will, for sure. We want to give a shout-out to Ali Moss watching us in San Diego. Hi, Ali. We miss you. And we got, look at this, nice invert getting pitched out.
How's that landing? That was cool. Managed to even duck out a bit of water on it.
And a 6.75 coming through for Nicholas Bastos here at Itacoatiara, one of the heaviest beach breaks in the land of Brazil.
He only needed a 6.77, so the judges have taxed him 0.02 of a point to keep him in second place, which seems so close, but so far away.
Yeah, but to get a 5.52 with 14 and a half minutes remaining, is something he'll be able to do.
Yeah, you're right. Nicholas, a couple of inverts this morning. That's his really impressive stuff. And just checking this one out. It's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen once the wave kind of pops underneath you, and that's probably a good call by the bloke in yellow. Blokes. I got to have my first Outback Steakhouse experience with you yesterday, Eric.
That was insane.
Got a bit homesick in there. Bloomin' onions.
Bloomin' onion, mate.
Blokes and Sheilas.
Oh, we're going to turn him into a bloomin' onion.
Is he getting a wax or what's
That's what I was
happening
curious about. Huh.
Little back wax for Maury between heats. Got to look your best. I'm sure that's some sort of therapeutic muscle thing.
Yeah, I think it's just lotion that they use to lubricate the tool he's using.
No.
Check out the girls on the beach showing the ink.
No hair on the back there, I'm sure.
Don't jinx it.
I think they created shaving in
red.
there. Here we go. Nicholas Bastos looking for a 5.52. He's really gone for it there. Rolls can do it for him.
I don't think he's going to hold on to it in the whitewater there. Where is he?
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh.
That's a make. Seen a couple of whistles coming out from the beach. Good fitness there, just jumping up, running straight back out the back. It's not easy to actually run in flippers.
Yeah. I can run a mine.
You learn quickly.
Nice yellow right there. Nice roll right there.
Wow. I wonder what they're going to score this. That was a heavy roll. It was a junky sort of wave, so that's going to come into the criteria there for the boys.
Yeah, 5.52 was maybe a little bit too high for that score. And it did come through at a 5.08. So I knew it was close, but not quite there.
He's going to chip away at this score, I'm sure. Maybe he should be thinking 7s instead of 5.5s. Because that's really going to make Edar's job a lot more difficult, and comes a couple of sets for the boys now. Wow, have a go at that backwash, just flaring on the shore break there.
So again, we still got 5.52 for Nicholas Bastos with 12 minutes to go.
Love seeing the beach angles, boys, if you can feed us a couple of those. There's the current heat standings. These boys scoring two pretty good waves apiece here. Edar on a 7.63 and Nicholas posting a 6.75 later in the maybe 1 or 2 minutes ago for these boys. So they're really neck and neck at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Look how close they are. They're pretty much equal. Can we tie them?
12.26 and 12.25. It can't be any closer, can it?
No, not really.
So again, Eder Luciano and Nicholas Bastos battling it out with 11 minutes and 25 seconds. And again, we want to give a shout out to Ali Moss in San Diego. We know she's a big fan. We miss her. Hi, what's up? And glad you're watching. As we see Eder Luciano, this bowl section, not going to come out of that one, though, is he?
Wait a second.
Ooh.
Really got through that hard section of that wave.
He backdoored it. Almost made me eat my words, didn't
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing for everyone in the booth.
he? Yeah, I would have had to have a talk with him.
I was doubting him too, but that was pretty impressive effort. Unfortunately, getting shut down.
I should never count him out, I guess.
So here we are, just looking at Nicholas sitting there in priority. He's got a few boys just coaching him on the shore there. You can see him just kind of pointing out this next wave or two. I'm not quite sure if they actually know that the bigger ones are part of the ride, but I don't know. Yep, those ones just not really happening here.
Hey, remember, it's Father's Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, gotta bring my
Can't
dad.
forget it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Have I already missed Father's Day at home? I think I
guess
have.
You're a bad person.
I'm a bad son. Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there, including my own. Echo, if you're watching, I'm not sure if you are, but
Oh, this in yellow, Eder Luciano.
just bouncing down that thing, that was a tough one to ride. He actually threw his priority away with that one. Maybe Nicholas sold him into it. 9 minutes remaining. Nicholas is really just got to sit on something that looks like it has some scoring potential. There's a couple of guys in the lineup. Not quite sure what they're doing there. Maybe filming the action. It's just sometimes it gets a bit distracting with a head in your wave, especially when it's so short like today. We got Kaha at your base of your screen, getting those really cool sort of action angles. Works hard for the production team. Man from Canary Islands, where we hope to possibly finish the tour this year. Here goes Eder Luciano.
Look at this. Nice,
Driving
clean
little
looking wave.
Yeah, can he pop through the end there? Yeah, it's not really doing it for him. That was a good little wave. He's sitting in second priority, so he can kind of have a play around and see what happens for him. It's almost a luxury you get in second priority. You do get the chance to scrap, and you see the best in the business. I've seen Kelly Slater actually in one of the events the other day do the same and get a 10-pointer. So stuff can happen.
2 tens over there in Fiji.
Oh yeah, you got a bunch of 10s, huh? Good for him.
Well, he got 2 in a heat. got 4 total. So remember, it showed that his competitor was comboed. And remember his score said he needs a 20.01 to advance to the heat.
It's just incredible, isn't it? Getting a 20-point heat is something that few get to do in their professional careers. I can't remember actually, I do remember the last one in bodybuilding. It was Dave Winchester. Drop knee heat that he had with Caesar Bauer. 2 10-point rides. It's something else. Tell you what. It's Maury Laverne just finishing up the back wax. Looks like he's in a bit of pain. No, I'm sure he's just loosening up, coming into the last stages of this event. He's got a big semi coming up against whoever wins this heat we're in at the moment.
And again, remember that the upsets are the kind of the name of the game here in this competition. Lucas Nogueira and some of the other trial has taken out, Ben Player, Guillermo Tamega, and some of the guys who were really towards the top in the points.
Yeah, just
here
goes to
at the
show you.
GoPro IBA Tour. And now Maury Laverne has a great opportunity, as well as Jeff Hubbard, to get back up there towards the lead and take it away from Ben Player after the Eureka event.
I'm sure Ben's actually watching. Maybe we can get him to jump on the face here and give us a shout out, but he's going to be looking at this with eager eyes, as I'm sure there's a bit of nerves from his end. He's your current heat, he's your current tour leader. 2 wins.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think. He's got a 9th here and possibly a 9th in South Coast, so that's no results to sneeze at, but he's in first place, and these guys are hot on his heels, especially Maury Laverne. He's got a heat win. He's got an event win. Stop number 2 at the South Coast. So he's more than in it. By the end of today, we'll know more.
Again, you guys, 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go here at the GoPro IBA World Tour. Stop number 4. This is the Itacoatiara Pro, presented by Pride, Net, and Kimono Surf Shop. Dallas Singer next to me, the Australian Barrel Master, hanging out with myself, Eric Apple, your host for the IBA Tour. I'm pumped to be here, as I've been with us for the last several events. This is my 4th event now here at the IBA, and looking forward to heading east now to, I think we're going to Puerto Rico and Fronton later this year.
Yeah, we're looking at other events that we can show the potential of this great sport to. And you may have seen a familiar face just there. It was the promoter for the last event, Tamate. He's got a unique look about him. You can't miss him in a crowd. He goes out of Luciano, just sniffing out that right. He's kind of putting a bit of pressure on Nicholas. He's sitting in first priority. He wants the best wave he can get because he only needs a 5.52. Here he goes. Good-looking left-hander. It was a big one, so they are a bit hit and miss, and that one was unfortunately a miss. If you can get a section on those big ones, your scoring potential's huge, but it just didn't happen for him, unfortunately. He's going to go into priority number 2 with 5 minutes remaining.
Dallas, you're having a rough day. First, you thought this 2-kilometer-long beast was 100 meters long.
What have I done now?
And now you thought that yesterday was Father's Day in
Australia,
when Father's Day in Australia is September 1st.
How does that work?
Thanks to Georgie for letting us know.
Isn't it an international thing? Or?
No, I mean, Valentine's Day is in February in America, and it was just here the other day in Brazil.
It's February in Australia too, so.
It's a different day here in Brazil.
What day is Christmas? Is it Christmas today as well?
Whoa. Let's not joke about Jesus.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll keep Jesus out of this one. He looks over everyone on the top of the hill up there. So.
Yeah, you went and saw him the other day, and he was cool. So
it was cool. I got to see his feet. It was a bit cloudy.
Oh, we got to see him. So again, with 4.5 minutes to go in this heat, our second quarterfinal, Eder Luciano, Nicolas Bastos, the Brazilians, neck and neck, 12.26 versus 12.25. It's as close as it could possibly get. 1/100th of a point separates these two.
There's a few of the production crew, real busy, serious faces. There they are. G'day, boys. That's Shamo there, just tinkering away with his GoPros. And David, he's a new guy on the staff there, just putting together some cool little documentaries that you'll hopefully get to see it towards the end of the year.
Dallas, Jarrett Johnson on our Facebook page that says, "Get to SA, bro. Die Antwoord wants you here to jam."
Die Antwoord.
Zef style.
Was that Zaf style?
Zef style. Here we
Die
go.
Antwoord.
Yellow, Eder Luciano. Def
Shocking
so
white.
fresh. I got a little Zef style, buddy.
Yeah, I actually like that,
I'm pretty
man.
down with Die Antwoord.
Yeah, I think you are. I can imagine you guys getting along. I don't know why. Maybe hair? Nah.
I'm down with him.
I'm down with him, don't get me wrong.
Pretty much entering the ninja right now.
Ninja.
So again, a little closeout barrel there, and that's not going to be a wave that's going to count towards the end of the heat.
That could be a turning point in this heat. You don't know. Nicholas Bastos, I think, fully sold Edar into that wave, considering he's in first priority. Now all he's got to do is just wait around and hopefully a roll could do it.
In talking about selling waves, when we saw Kelly really doing that to John the other day.
Yeah, it's a thing in these in a competition situation in surfing is where you really got to look after your priority. That's almost key to winning heats sometimes is picking your waves right and making sure you have the right to go. And like you said, Kelly done it a few times to some with John. And we may have just seen it there with Nicholas Bastos and Enel Luciano now sitting in second priority. He's got a bunch of ones, maybe 5 ones in a row, which he hasn't seen a good wave for quite a while. Nicholas Bastos on the other hand, he's had some good cracks at his 5.52. He didn't get there with his 5.08. And that last one I actually thought he made, but must have come in as an incomplete. That roll, remember that one? Anyways, not to worry.
Let's see.
Is there any other big bands from South Africa?
Not as cool as Diantwoord.
No one's as cool as Diane Wood.
So the Z is from when it used to be a Dutch colony.
Ah,
Zuid-Afrikaanse Republic.
Zoid. There you go. Thanks for sending that through on the Facebook page. We always love hearing what you got to say. I know Eric does.
Zuid-Afrika is how you say South Africa in Dutch.
Zoid. Zafrica. So what do you think it was?
I was just joking around.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Just being funny.
Being funny, okay. Here we go. Nicholas Bastos looking at this left-hander. He is in first priority. He needs a
Look at
5.52.
this.
What has he got?
Big open face, blue barrel coming up possibly. Uh-oh. Here we go.
My
Big
goodness.
roll.
He's landed in the pit. And he's made it out. Oh, my goodness. He thinks he's got it. Some of the boys on the shore do too. This is the last minute of the heat. That could have changed
That's one
things.
of the best waves.
Edar just looking for answers. Mate, I think that might do it for him.
I think so too, and we'll let you know the score as soon as it comes through.
He hit it quite early. You watch this. He made a really great approach to the lip, but he might have been a bit too eager, you could say. So maybe he got a good projection though. So that's amazing.
I think it was good. And his
Good
landing
landing.
was perfect.
Good landing. And he's popping out of the wash, so that's
So Nicholas Bastos might have just put a little stamp on this heat and said, "This is mine."
a little flip, a little switcheroo.
Oh, and he comes through the 6.63.
He goes, Edar, he wants it. Oh.
Now he needs a 5.75.
Which I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know what he
Man,
thought he
15
needed.
seconds ago.
Edar just sitting there. At the moment, he doesn't know what's going on. Still waiting for the points, but Nicholas Bastos, what do we got here?
Man.
6.63, he's in the lead.
And a 4.88 coming for Eder. So that wave only a 4.88. It's not enough.
Oh, wow.
Nicholas Bastos is going to move through.
So
He's going to
exciting
take
when
on
you see
Amaury
stuff like
Laverne.
that. Edar, he's a seated rider. He's just been knocked out by the dark horse, Nicholas Bastos. He's in his. I'm sure it's his first IBA semi-final because this is a big deal. Huge deal.
Patricia Labarca is asking.
Look at the
me if
boys.
Oh, they're happy
Oh,
for
that
him.
is epic vision there. Some of the boys just congratulating him. He's in a guaranteed third position.
Wow, as we see Nicholas Bastos and friends celebrating. Remember, he's going to be taking on former world champion Amaury Laverne. And we're going to throw you off to a little commercial right now. When we come back, our third quarter final, Jeff Hubbard and Alan Munoz.